City with that 1-0 win against Leicester yesterday, despite the fact that they missed yet another penalty. They've missed 4 of their last 4 in the Premier League. Aguero this time, failing to convert the spot kick. Stevie, what's wrong?
It's psychology is what it is. Penalty kicks are all psychology. And when they're going in and everybody's scoring, you're not even thinking anything other than, what's my celebration going to be?
Right.
Right now, it's the complete opposite. And we're hearing that supposedly the best penalty taker in the club is the goalkeeper. Mm-hmm. Now it's time to let the goalkeeper take it.
Is that not a risk, though?
The only reason, as a coach, you don't want the goalie taking it is the obvious one.
Yeah, on the counter-attack.
The counter-attack. But if he's your best penalty taker and the odds are he's going to score, then that kind of nullifies that. And you can always leave somebody else behind. So I don't know what they're going to... If they wait any longer, then Guardiola is crazy. Get the goalie up,
right,
and then we can all enjoy the goalie smashing it into the top corner. Because that's what goalies do. I had a goalie that did that, Matt Rees.
Right.
Every time he took a penalty, top corner, smashed it.
If that's your best option, if indeed Ederson is the guy to take the penalties, then you can take measures in order to make sure that it's not a risk. You can put numbers behind the ball. You don't have to have everybody in and around the box, what have you. But assuming that he's the best, I just think that right now you are searching for options.
Yeah.
And all the options that you are looking for, they have not been able to answer the call. Not consistently anyways. And so what you know is that Gabriel Jesus is not the guy.
No.
What you know is that right now, for whatever reason, Sergio Aguero is having issues with penalties. And so let him go. Let Ederson do it. I mean, he seems to be the one with the correct technique. I mean, hitting a ball, we have said that many a time.
Yeah.
Let him take a penalty, why not?
Meanwhile, Chelsea with the win against Spurs. Big win for Frank Lampard's side. Olivier Giroud scoring the opener. Has Lampard missed a trick by not playing him more, Stevie?
Well, I think because he scores the goal, that would go straight to that. But I think you have to realise the psychology of coaching. You know, when you've got a player in Giroud who wants to leave, makes it clear he wants out the building, then as a coach, you're going to play...
But that's because he wasn't playing. That's why he wanted to leave.
Yeah, but Tammy Abraham was absolutely on fire, so he wasn't playing through merit. But when Tammy Abraham got injured, Giroud had made it clear he wanted out. So as a coach, for the chemistry of the team, you're going to play Batshuayi.
But that's a mistake, yeah?
Well, it's kind of looking that way. But as I said, you know, sometimes you make decisions for the big picture, not just for the moment. But Giroud, certainly you can't argue, came up trumps and scored a fantastic goal.
Yeah. Look, when you look at Batshuayi, because I think that's a player in question here, is he a better option than Giroud? And so, if indeed is the psychology of coaching that you're talking about, Stevie, well, then what are you doing with Kepa and Caballero? There's psychology of coaching there as well. And so...
Well, I think they just fell out.
Yeah, that's the psychology.
I think it's straightforward there.
All right.
They don't get on.
Well, perhaps so, but my point is, if you think that Giroud is a better player and gives you a better option, then you play him, as long as he is your player. And I understand what you're saying, that, you know, well, maybe he wanted to leave and you just didn't want that to be a part of your rotation or part of a distraction. But you're in a position in which you don't know, you know for certain that the goals are not coming from Batshuayi. You know that. He's not going to give you much. And so you have to say, well, I got Giroud here. He might as well do a job for me. And he certainly did that against Spurs.
I think we've got to give Frank credit, though, because I'm sure that's why initially he didn't play Giroud. And he did give Batshuayi a chance, which there's nothing wrong with giving Batshuayi a chance. But he didn't quite do it. And Frank is the bigger man to turn around and say, OK, I'm going to play Giroud. So I think you've got to give him a little credit for that as well.
You mentioned before, obviously, the Kepa, Caballero conversation.
Yes.
What's going on,
That's
Steve?
clearly, 100%, that is clearly a problem that the two of them have with
But
each
isn't that
other.
a mistake?
Yes. There's no way in a million years that Caballero is anywhere close to Kepa in ability. So it's clearly a stubborn thing that Frank has that is going to hurt him eventually, because The more games he plays, the more mistakes Caballero's going to make.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.